Charles said I have to watch out for you.
Charles Nightingale.
There you go.
He said you're a spaz.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I am. Does that last hand not prove anything?
Mate, hats off to you. It's fucking. I love the plays. That's why we're all here to play.
We started already.
It's already
Big
yeah.
small blind. Big small blind. 40, 80, even like that. Two raised. 250. Three fold.
Cool.
Four fold.
If we weren't on the main table, would have called. Yeah. I hate what tournament's done to me. It's made me a fucking nit.
You gotta be.
Alright. Well, heads up.
Nah, who am I kidding? I've still played fucking banana.
Two bets. 150.
You need a clean flop like this.
Four fold.
It's a nice massive cooler.
Yeah, then
And then a queen on the turn. Fuck.
So it's kings.
nice hand for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
top
yeah.
set.
Yeah, just thought, well, there's I think two clubs out there. I didn't know.
You don't want to bet 80k or just check?
No, it's fine. Just thought, oh, nice on
You've got a
two.
flush draw, he's betting.
Yeah, that's right. You'll go all in.
Someone's all in. Two fold. Three fold. So four fold.
1-1.
Yep. 1,100,000. Fold. All in. Six all in. Fold. Seven fold.
Always happens like this.
Nice slippery.
Two game, bro.
Cheers, man.
How many are you in for?
2.
Ah, me too, yeah. I max slated the first flight.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go, first of 7, sorry, second of 7, you know, like, I'll bag 20 bigs on flight D. No, I mean, I ended up being more, but I was just like, not plenty. 40 bigs. But then I had less than half that, like an hour in, so. No. No.
After you win, 3 together, win a fun.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Roll the agony. 4 fold. Whoa. 1 million. Yeah. Whoa. Alright.
The kings are doing.
Oh, yeah.
We sucked out on the flop.
The
Oh,
club.
he's got a club draw now.
Oh, God. Not like this. Holds.
I don't get it in with that. Fold.
160.
4 raise. 2 folds. Checks. 4 bets, 160.
All in.
Sit 2's all in.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Lines up the next 15,000, 25,000, with a 25,000 big line into. Dealers got the commission shuffle loaded. Next time 15, 25, 24.
Three all in.
Bottom's good.
Also, guys, I did forget to mention that you can't be on your phone. If you want to use your phone, you'll have to wait.
Tower of Terror.
Hmm?
Tower of Terror.
That's right for now. Long way to go. Do you have a third stack of blues? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So 5. Thank you. Thank you.
Three raise. 75.
Full fold.
Okay, all in. Two fold. Three fold.
All in.
Three fours all in.
Good luck.
That's yours. Ah. Yeah.
As we welcome everybody to our coverage of the APT Eatons Hill main event.
I mean, maybe not, but it's like
Not a good time for me to come into the booth for Brad, as I see there's an all-in call and he's left with half a small blind. Poor Brad. As we have 13 left in here, our APT main event, $50,000 up top. Again, smashed our guarantee. 506 runners, 13 remain, and it looks like from this table and the secondary table, Toby Alsop is the overwhelming chip leader.
Good luck, sir. Quadruple up.
I'm waiting. I've got a couple of hands.
Easy decisions to be fair.
I could call. Three raise, 160.
Few unfamiliar faces, few familiar faces here with us. Twila Lakin or Larkin. I reckon that's a familiar name. It potentially could have already won an event this week, or which may have featured on our stream during the week. I'll look that one up for you, as I reckon this one is going all in as well. Faraz all in. Toby's probably going to have to call this one off. He should be. I mean, it is 19 bigs, so Toby realises that this one is going to have to go in.
Good luck.
And if Toby wins this pot, he will be an insurmountable chip leader here in the main event with 12 remaining. Brad holding on for dear life with half a small blind. I'll just check whether or not we're on a jump now, as that is not a great flop for Faraz. Backdoor diamonds covered, an 8 and an 8 only will save Faraz Ayaz, and we will lose him in 12th place. Toby with 44% of the chips in play on this table, 4.5 million. Goodness gracious me, that is a very, very large stack for this point in the main. We will play down to 9 players and we'll get a redraw for the final table, and we'll be with you until the culmination of this event. Braden, Jinx, with you commentating.
When it's me, most of the time I lose.
Really proud of everyone.
Got to complain, right?
Supporting the stream, getting involved in the chat. It's been a really fun week. We finished up the grind today. No heads up play. Jigs and Aiden chopping that for about $38,000 each. Jigsy with a slight chip lead took down the trophy. And this is a monstrous chip lead for Toby Alsop.
Oh, good luck, Dad. Good luck.
Justin featured on our grind
That's it, cards up.
feature table coverage, as we got an all-in and call here. Brad for half a small blind, going to put in the last of it with pocket threes.
If you're leaning over like this, I don't think
6xy stack here. And it's looking pretty good so far. 5 outs once for Twila. Adds 6 to her list of outs. Brad looking to 5x, 6x stack, and will hold
just like that.
the pocket threes as he remains alive. 12 left here in the main.
No. This guy.
Oh, the big stack. Big guns.
Yeah. Yes. Are there any short stats down there? Are there any short stats down there?
Not really. Well, the million doubles will probably cost. Sorry, mate.
Not that short anyway, sorry. Sorry to tell you.
We just keep looking at you because your hands are color.
What's he gonna do? Just survive and play.
Players on the screen table, there are no phones on the screen table.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back. Equals all in.
As Brad, who spun up half a small blind into a big blind and a half here,
You need a
moves
table
all in under the gun
alright?
with Jack 4. Looking to play that big blind ante in the next hand, wants to avoid that,
how
so the
much
Jack
is it?
high is going to be good enough.
I think.
Can he
it's been
spin
like-
20k into 320k in the space
205?
of two hands? We'll see.
Yeah, I guess.
It's Toby Allsop with
I have a bad hand.
a clown stack here
well, you're
deep
ahead.
in the
I'm off.
main event. And he's going to get looked up
I don't even
by
know that.
Toby in the big blind. He's going to get it in good with Jack high.
I think I'm ahead, but not by.
As Brad looking to
No,
go
I
from
mean, yeah, you
20k
got
to 360k in two hands. And not looking good there. Backdoor spades covered as well. It's going to need a Jack and a Jack only to stay alive, or we'll be down to 11. And that'll do it. That would have been an epic spin up for Brad, but Toby
worries.
is a force to be reckoned with. 4.7 million at this stage in the main. 11 left. Now,
I guess if
we
there's,
will lose two more players. Once we lose two more players, sorry, we
Well, it'd be
will
11
go to a
now.
redraw.
And then if they
And we'll
lose
be
someone-
redrawing for the final table of 9 at the APT main. So stick around, $50,000 up top to the winner. And the guy in seat 5, Matthew, would be an unbelievable story. Squeezed his way in a $100 flip into a ticket and has 2 million chips in the main event, looking to 500x his initial investment. No, 5,000x. From $100, yeah, 500x his initial investment. We're struggling with math at the end of the big week, but squeezing his way into the main.
Hands up. Okay.
Sounds good, Jake. Pardon? Yeah, the lights are bright up here.
I'm thinking, why is everything so blue?
Wheeler, lot of love for her in the chat as Toby is going to open up the pocket fives here. Just going through some notable names that cashed this main event that aren't with us anymore. See Kenta Ito
how much
out
now?
in 19th. Fizz Hilbert's incredible 2025 he's had.
Just roughly.
24th for 1600. Liam Jehu's third in the Goliath for 27k. He busted in 29th for 1450. Cooper Feltham as well. Jonathan Levy, thanks to his impressive record here in the APT by cashing yet another main event. Chris Kokonos, Gary Lynn as well. Ward, I see, scraping into the money too.
how much you have, Justin? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5-ish.
600 maybe?
I'm the big one.
3 rays, 160. 5 pots.
You what?
You want coffee, yeah?
No.
Just a reminder as well, 2 more to go until we redraw for our final table. Justin contemplating all options on the table here, working with six bigs. As Twila does not defend the Queen 8 suited versus Matt's open. 11 still remaining here in the main event. Toby also 5 million chips. It's an absolute clown stack here for this stage of the event. Operating with 5 here and 6 on the other table. If I can just try and have a look over who's on that table currently. Let's see, Tom Maguire still in over there, Robert DeMillion as well. Jason Patel I can see also. So a couple notables left, but Tom Maguire would probably fancy his chances. Probably the only professional left in the event that I know, unless anyone wants to let me know. Maybe Justin seems... Speak of the devil, this could be going in from Justin, working with 40, 80k, 80k. As he does move most of his chips in, leaving what looks to be 50k behind.
Jacob,
The main goal line here as well, 5100, please for your next hand, it's 51 in the main.
We're up 51. Playing 50, 100. Right, 7 fold. 2 fold. 3 fold.
Matt jamming in the pocket nines versus Yang's under the gun raise. He's probably not going to put this one in, but Matt says his last 23 bigs is good enough here for the nines to go in. As Yang is opening wide enough for this champ to be making money. As just note, we've got some dollar signs next to those chip stacks. Please ignore that.
on the screw, Jacob.
Yes, we do have an all-in.
On the flop, we have 994 Rainbow. Turn, it's an ace of spades. He's looking for some outs now. 4 of spades on the river. Ace jack will survive. Double up through pocket kings.
I love for Twila. I was just trying to see what event
Hey, I'm
she had
more than happy
won
for this
during the
to
week
carry on.
already. I know she featured on the stream potentially in the Empress.
Not with that hand, I'm not.
As Jixie Reyes, after winning the grind, was our 4th person this week to win 2 events, which is pretty crazy. Joe Ting, Jared Thatcher. And Twila would make the 5th if she was able to take it out, I think, as Matthew Sykes flops a straight flush versus top 2 pair. Goodness gracious me, what is happening here? Not often you flop top 2 and drawing stone dead to a running straight flush. This is as bad as it gets for Yang Ming. Matthew Sykes with the straight flush. He'd rather be on the... This is a large bet from Yang as well. Fireworks. Yang comes with a pot-sized bet here. Goodness gracious. Sorry, Yang comes with a full pot.
On the flop, we have ace of spades, king of spades, 7 of clubs, king 5.
Certainly on the unconventional
We
side,
have another king of clubs.
on the monotone flop, don't see this one too often.
Lots of kings on this table.
There are ways for Yang to get out of this. A repeat club would be the best card for him. The 10 or the 9 means Matthew would be doubling up. And I've called that one in. Yeah, not sure about that flop size from Yang. Not sure what he's getting at with this, but he now loses to an infinite amount of hands now. This was probably the card that he was looking for, but it doesn't matter. He jams. He jams for under pot, and Matthew is going to get the full double and will be our new chip leader, I think.
You want the room cheering equity.
Not sure
Nice hand, Dale. And
Wait,
even for
how much
cards.
more there is
6
left
cards
to
left.
say about
Hey,
that
that's not a
one.
table to get this on. You want that at freaking like Ultimate Texas or something.
Yang
I think you got him.
really could have gone another way there.
Ultimate
He'll be
Texas
ruining
Baltimore, like.
those decisions on the flop and turn.
No.
Deciding
Well,
2
on
pair
the
was
flop,
good enough.
he just
Turning it
sitting
into
there.
a bluff on the turn, I guess.
Is she there?
But after the flop 2 pair, Yang couldn't get away from that one, and that is an extraordinary hand.
Check bet.
I couldn't tell you how many times I have had a straight flush and had an opponent jam for
It's like
bet the bet the flop for pot and jam for
Wow.
pot on the turn. That was craziness. We'll
Until
never see that
Jack
again
and
for a
Clubs
very
rolls
long
off and then you're
time.
like, not like
Matthew
this.
I was
Sykes
like,
I mean, of course, but like, you know, it's still
what would
just
it
like.
be like
squeezed his way in a $100 flip.
wow, that's fantastic.
Squeezed
When
his
you
way
get
from a
to
$100 flip into the $600 main event, looking to parlay the $100 into
Wow.
50 grand, and he's now just under Toby Allsop's monstrous stack.
No, he had 2 bet.
Gonna have to come up for air after that hand. Yang might look back on
Give him an
that
orbital
decision
rating.
with some disdain in
Unbelievable, this
future
guy.
when he watches this one back.
Unlucky.
Goodness me.
Flopped it. Wow.
I was trying to call it down for him that if there aren't any more clubs on the turn or river. He gave himself a chance to get away. King of Clubs came, but he didn't agree. Moved all in. Toby folds the Riazati, and Yang. Interesting to see if he puts this one in. We are 2 off our final table. could be working with a few more big blinds after that misstep there. Matthew Sykes counting his lucky stars. That is an early Christmas present from the $100 squeeze flip that we ran during the week to get into the main. Look at him stack that monstrosity. 4.4 million after flopping a straight flush. Yang might rue the day. Matthew definitely in the wrong venue to be flopping a straight flush. Would rather be in the ultimate table at the casino. But if he wins 50k, that's about equivalent of what the jackpot would be anyway. And that pot's going to lead him
I was going
into
for
a really
straight
strong
flush
position
too.
to take this.
The other side,
main
the other
down.
side.
Royal.
Royal. Yeah.
He's still in though. He's still in, Yang. As we had an all-in and call just prior to that hand on the secondary table. The player all-in survived over there, so we still have 11 remaining. Lose 2 more, and we are on our final table of 9 playing for 50k. Toby is the chip leader of the main event.
Just under 4.5. What do you have?
After this, 4.7. Good luck, mate. It's like 300k, right? It's just, yeah, please. It's just 3 stacks runs, right? Yeah. Good luck. All the diamonds.
Well, I think.
Keep going, guys.
Not more orange.
So after this hand, you now have 5 point something else.
So 4.9 plus 3, yeah, like 5.2, 5.3, something like that.
As I can hear an all-in and a call on the outer table.
Oh my goodness. Beyond maybe.
On the clock we have Queen Spades.
And if whoever that player is on that secondary table is eliminated, we'll be on our final table after a break.
Eight of Hearts, King Jack will survive.
It looks like that player has doubled up. So we continue our coverage. We are on the bubble of the final table of the main event. Toby Alsop in a commanding position to take this one down. But what about Matthew Sykes? Squeezing his way from $100 into the main event. In just as a commanding position as Toby Alsop. Don't see Toby around too often, but he's been playing for some time. I think he is Queenslander. From right here in Brisbane. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's certainly a luscious red locks on top of his head there. I've seen Toby around a fair bit. This is probably one of the biggest positions he's been in his poker career. You would know it though, playing like a star on our feature table. We have a big pot brewing here. It looks like Toby has raised. Matthew deciding that ace-9 is good enough. Toby has whacked this in. As Justin, his facial expression's about the same as mine. His jaw's on the floor, so it's mine. I'm not sure what's going on here. We are 55-60 effective. The 2 biggest stacks in the room.
I'll fuck around on the FT bubble, but not that much.
The two biggest stacks in the room in an all-in confrontation. Goodness gracious me. Toby, absolutely no fear at all, putting in the ace-queen, deciding it was time to run it, as it looks like we are getting a new player. Justin, I feel you there. My jaw dropped on the floor as well. I thought maybe that could have been a spot to call, play post, but Toby is up, down on the table. I'm up here, and for how many big blinds effectively were, I'm not really sure that was a fist pump get in if you were called by the ace queen, as Toby really puts his foot down here on the secondary feature. 6 million chips. That escalated very quickly. We are on the stone bubble of our main as Jason Patel joins us from the secondary table. And we have 5 and 5 left in the main event. Goodness me, that escalated quickly. Twila.
Hey Jason, do you know roughly how much you have? Just the one
this
stack of
is a
blues?
clown
Yeah,
stack,
you're good,
as
you're
the
good.
boys
You're right.
call it these days.
You're good.
Certainly was a gangster move from Toby.
3 raise, 225.
Jason's just joined us here. And we can't commentate this to you off the delay, so if there is an all-in and a call on the secondary table, I'm just going to have to turn the table mic up because I don't have that information. I get that as you get it. We are on our stone bubble here. The next player eliminated will have a quick break, do a table redraw, and we'll be on the final table playing for 50,000 Australian dollars. 506 runners, 10 remaining. And Toby looking the goods here to get his banner up in the Eatons Hill Hotel, along with some big names of Australian poker. As I turn my shoulder over, I can see Nathaniel Hutton, Luke Edwards, Michelle
How flop a
Anunu,
straight flush if then it's
It's a good card, but I'd rather two.
Armin Riazati. Of course, you will get an event named after you on the Sydney APT as well.
Can I have a count, please, Joker?
As does every winner of the main, and Jason puts in the pocket tens here for about 13 bigs. Toby will lament for some time before putting this one in the bin.
Yeah. He's been doing great.
Lucky.
Great work.
Lucky.
Great work. Both the boys. We had a straight flush.
Yeah, you flopped it.
Of course, all the talk on the table about
Very
Matthew
quietly,
flopped straight
and then
flush versus
The other.
Thanks, Jacob.
his opponent in that hand
Thanks, Jacob.
was something to behold. It's not often you flop a straight flush and get a pot size bet on the flop and 1.5x pot size jam on the turn. That is how he has been able to obtain 3.6 million here in the main event. The top 2 chip stacks are both on this table, Matthew and Toby.
What's that, sorry?
Justin looking to sneak in to the final table. He featured on our coverage in the grind as well, cashing that
Very quiet
event.
down the bottom. No, I'll fold.
out for any all-in and calls on that other table.
I would say so.
That information. I'll hear it as you do. So let's just keep a listen out to see if we do have any all-ins on our secondary table, and then we'll go for a break. Redraw for the FT. Get our photos done.
Already.
Just looking for some notable names on that outer table. I can see Robert DeMillion over there. Tom Maguire, I see there as well.
7-3, huh? Suited this
What I
time.
had.
Yeah.
Of course, we
I
are
wasn't
playing for
I wasn't feeling lucky
$50,000.
that time.
34K for second, 24,600
Become like
for third, rounds out
Queen
the top
Jack
three.
9, all hearts.
All players from now are guaranteed 4,500.
Yeah.
And what a spin up for Matthew Sykes it would be from that $100 squeeze flip into 50K would be pretty extraordinary. Spin up, Jason here with a Queen 8 suited. Going to put that one in the bin. Could we see more fireworks here? Blind being blind with the Ace 3 suited.
This is your 1 minute call.
Looks like Toby's just going to come with call, and Matthew could be a bit gun shy from that last blind v blind confrontation. Don't blame him for this line as 10-9-9. No player holding a club. Still trying to keep an ear out for any announcements on that other table from our TDs. This is obviously not Matthew, not in his seat. Our cameras are automated here, so we'll just wait for the action to catch up as Toby takes that one down.
20,000, 40,000, 40,000, big blind, 20, 40, 40.
Justin here, 13 bigs with pocket sevens, got a decision on his hands now. Let's see what he decides. This looks like a raise, non all in for most of his chips, 50K behind. And Matthew here, he has a decision as well. I reckon this one could be going in the bin. It is 13 bigs. Justin has decided, well, I mean, it will be about 13 effective once it goes into the middle.
We have an all-in and call on table 16.
And we have an all-in and call on the other table. This is really interesting now. As we just try and just turn the table mic up to see who's all in and what the hands are.
10 of clubs, king of hearts, 8 of spades on the turn, and a 7 of clubs on the river. Combinations will double up.
So the all-in and call, the player at risk did have aces and appears that they've doubled up. So now the decision is back on Matthew with the sixes here for about 12 effective. Looks like those cards have gone into the mark and Justin will get that one through. Very handy pick up there for Justin. Justin in the big will be looking to raise this one, I dare say. Does agree, as we have gone up to 50, 100, 100. Jason and Justin working with 11 and 12 bigs respectively. Looks like Justin has woken up with ace king suited, puts that in. It's basically double the stack from the last two hands.
That's a pretty good
Going
straight
to
flush.
showdown and shows the ace king
believe
suited to everyone else on the table.
The 9 to the ace on
Still
the 10
10-handed, one off our FT here of the APT main event at
6 high
Eatons
straight.
Hill. It'd be great to have
Imagine
a
that.
banner
It's like 4 clubs on the turn.
up in
Join
the
the one out.
room
It's
for
only like
every
one out of
event
the top.
for the next couple of
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
I'm not sure what happens to the
Chop it
banners
up.
when we run out of room. Maybe you get to take them
My
home with you,
favourite
but
dynamic in poker is when there's
Toby
quads on
in a
board.
really good spot to be able
Oh, dude. It gives me so much joy.
to take this one down. Toby back on the bike here with Queen Jack. Just
I'll give you 30
recapping
seconds, Justin.
the day around the room as I see the No Limit Hold'em tournament earlier this afternoon was taken down by David Fowler. I might stop there though. It looks like we have an all-in and call on the outer table. Let's listen in.
I've given up hope. I've given up hope down there.
9.
I think the player at risk needs help.
Oh, look at that.
That was about right. It looks like we have lost a player on our outer table, and we are on
Saved
the
by
final
bell.
table
I
of the
didn't
APT
expect
main event. I'll try and get some
45.
details for you as they come up.
The blinds will go up next Monday.
Looks
they'll
like
pause
we've
the
lost
that's
Tom
right. I'm
Maguire.
not sure like how close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have. We've lost Tom Maguire out in 10th.
Oh, you're gonna-
Fancied himself here deep in this event with chips, but it looks like he has bubbled the final table, has Tom Maguire. So we lose Tom in 10th position. He busts out for 4,500. The winner playing here for $50,000. Toby Alsop in a commanding chip lead. I wouldn't be going anywhere. We're going to do a quick redraw with some photos, and we're going to bring you live coverage all the way down to the winner of the APT Eatons Hill main event. We'll be with you shortly.
Heads up.